this goes into Sam because I think also what people don't think about. So one of my favorite stories of Sam, and I know you love the story, Sam, because we have it as a thing here, is Sam talks about what it's like to get tampons and what happened to tampons in Vietnam. And like those are the stories too that should be there, right? Like,
Mhm.
and that's not even just this. I can tell you from interviewing women in any area where women are not, there's always a conversation about, yeah, we had a really hard time getting tampons. And that is obviously in any of the spaces. Or like even any, I always talk like another thing. I want to hear from Sam about this, but also like when people talk about when I went to Sarah Lawrence, there was actually the area that it was built was not actually originally for women, even though it's a women's school. So the area where we were at, there were no bathrooms for women, and you hear about that from women who are in science institution, all that. They're like, there's just no bathroom for women on my floor, and so like I feel like those are also the stories that people should hear, like the what happens to tampons when they are sent to Vietnam. And that was one of the first stories I heard from Sam and one of my favorite moments.
Let me jump right in because we do actually have the clip from the play, the radio play that I'd like to play.
Sam's
Sam,
favorite.
I'm going to come right to you after playing the clip. So everyone, I'm sharing my sound. So what you're going to hear is part of the radio version of In Their Footsteps, and the actresses portraying this. So hopefully everybody can hear this.
I remember going to the PX, the post exchange military store, to see if they had Tampax.
But if they did show up at the PX, the men would just grab them.
Yes, the guys used them to clean their guns.
Well, they were really excellent for cleaning M16s. For the barrels of the M16.
Well, I also remember the PX because of... It was Joni Fowler from Nha Trang that I went to the PX with. And I was following her up to the checkout, and there were these gold coins in a bucket right next to the register. Oh, chocolates! To me, growing up in Wisconsin, gold coins were chocolate coins. Well, at the PX, they were... condoms. They were condoms. Joni was so embarrassed, but, you know, to this day, it still makes me laugh to think about, oh, chocolates. I had no idea back then. Lots of stories.
I go and talk.
Lots of stories. Sam, was that part of your interview?
I believe it was.
Yes, yeah.
As a matter of fact, that was part of the conversation. And it was not one of those conversations you would normally hold with anybody. It was just kind of the spur of the moment discussion. But it was very much part of what happened to me when I was there. You know, you had to find tampons. You had to find ways to get tampons from guys. If you were out in the field and you got your period, all you had to do is ask a guy. You know, forget going to the PX. They were more embarrassed than we were.
I see some smiling faces here, so yes, that seems like that is a true story. And this is the first time I've
That's
heard
when
it
you start
too.
running to
This
lose
is
your
great.
embarrassment. Pardon?
So this is the first time I've heard this. Sam, we've had you on the program for a while. I've not heard about tampons being able to clean guns before.
Uh-huh. 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 Yep. You learn very quickly where the tampons went. And you know, very quickly where to retrieve some if you have to have some. And you just get so it's like,
Anything in a
okay,
war zone.
we'll just move on. And the gold coins were another thing. And I often laugh every time I see a gold coin. It's not chocolate anymore. It's condoms. So we laugh about it still to this day.
These moments of levity in a war zone is also something that you don't think about when you think about a war zone. It's like these moments that are still very human.
Oh yeah.
Between people, and you're like, no, this is real life. This is happening. You know,